Hey y'all, I'm back. All right, Fairy Tales. This is the book by Alan Kosky, and we looked at this a little bit last session, and I'm going to go ahead and do another one in here. Hopefully the lighting is better. There we go, since I moved that all over. Always trying to up my game, so to speak. Now, I have the Polychromos today by Faber-Castell, and I am going to be using 205. This is cadmium yellow lemon, and that'll be paired up with number 170 May green. Then also I am using 109, which is dark chrome yellow. I'm going to pair that up with 115 dark cadmium orange. Hey, I'm reading this upside down with a glare on the pencils, so bear with me. Then my last two colors, 191, which is, and that one I cannot see, Pompian red, and then it'll be paired with 193, which is burnt carmine. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. Pull my chair out, have a seat. Oh, all right. I have already base coated all of, again, the fairy book, all of the little skirt area on this fairy with my lightest yellow color. Okay, that 109. Now, I just got it on here. I'm not being real particular. Okay. Just get that on there. It's fine. Then I'm going to come in with my second color, which I said was going to pair with it. And I'm going to start coming in, and it's going to be deeper here. And then we're going to blend into the previous color. Okay. Now, if you're into blenders, I was sent a brand new one. Okay. So, Grise, I don't know how you say it. Anyway, they have just now come out with blenders. And so I'm going to show you here. They have pencils too, but I only got 3 pencils, so I can't really demo a whole lot, but I will show you with this. Okay, so if you're used to using blenders, this does appear to be a good blender. Most of you know I just come back in with my original color and blend that way. But I do know that some of you do use blenders, and again, that seems to be a good one. So let's go on with this. And I'm going to give you information on the blender and on the book, this book, in the description. So if you need to see either one, just go ahead and go there. It'll be fine. Now, because this is underneath this one, this is going to come all the way up here. And I don't want to lose, we've talked about found and lost edges before. I don't want to lose this color into this color. Essentially, what I'm going to do is come back in with my lighter shade and go ahead and come up in here. Okay, what that's doing is helping me have a found edge. We've talked in the past about lost edges. If you didn't see that video, it is on my channel here somewhere about lost edges and being able to see one area from another. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go right over that because it's not completely outlined. There are times, like what I just did, you will see me just go ahead and color over something because it doesn't have a definite area. That, or I'll take a pen and just finish marking out that area, marking it so that it is a completed area. So how's life been? Just tired. I think I got like 9 hours sleep last night and I woke up tired. But in all fairness, let's see. And yes, I have a gnat flying around in here. I have no idea why. There's not even any food in this room. So maybe he likes me. Anyway, so Tuesday we went to the in-laws. Then Wednesday we had our granddaughter. And then, let's see what else happened. Thursday I went to my sister's and helped her do some cleaning. She's coming up on 2 years in August for the loss of her husband. So I still try to go out and help when I can. And so anyway, we did some moving stuff around. And then I came home Thursday and emptied everything out of the guest bedroom except the bed and mattress. And that's where all of my marketplace and garage sale stuff had been. And I finally went through, and anything that hadn't sold in a while that was, on the cheaper end of things, I just went ahead and gave it away. Just put it for donation. And I did have a lady come pick it up yesterday. So then yesterday was Friday. So yesterday then I went in and finished going through all that stuff. We took the bookcase that was in that guest room. It's a floor to ceiling. My dad had made it. So the only way to get it out of the room is to lay it on its back or front and then walk it straight up. That's the only way to get clearance from the ceiling because it's so tall. It cannot be laid sideways. So we did that, and then I refilled all of her stuff into that bookcase and sold the other one that had been in there. The other one was okay, but it was not as big, and it was not leaning up against the wall like I wanted it to. So, because I've been trying to prep that guest room just in case we do have the mother-in-law come over, I decided it was time to go ahead and get that done. So I moved that all around. So I still have just a few little odds and ends to go through, and they're still in the playroom right now, in Evie's room. But other than that, I got all that done. So I'm just trading back between these two pencils, okay? So anyway, I got all that done, and then somebody actually came last night and gave us $15 for the old bookcase, and it was just a standard, 6-foot bookcase, so, or 5-foot, whatever those are that are, from Walmart eons ago. So got that done, sold a couple of other things, actually made enough money to pay the mower to come and mow this week, so that was good. And got stuff out of the house. That was the biggest thing. So anyway, today we went grocery shopping this morning, trying really hard to eat better. So I did get some stuff for spinach salads, got some more fruit, just really watching that. My cough is not nearly as bad, but it's obvious that I'm still coughing after I eat at certain times. So I am going to be like, please, ENT, ear, nose, throat, order me here, let's go use this blender again. Please order me allergy tests. I've got to find out what all food-wise I'm allergic to, because just something's still not quite right. But anyway, so then I really do like that blender. If I was a blender user, that's where I would go to. But yeah, so I got up this morning tired again, and I'm like, why am I so tired? Oh yeah, I did a few things this week. You know, no kidding. So anyway, I would do this side the same as I did this side, okay? And I still need to come back in here and blend some more, okay? I could come back in here and just really blend away with this. And you can see this blender is mixing these colors good, and it's finishing, just getting all that white out of the paper, which is usually what we're after. And you know, if you get a color on your blender, you do not want to transfer this color to something else. So just kind of wipe it off, and then you're good to go to something else. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and move on over to these two colors. Okay? This is the 191 and the 195? No, 193. These are for all these little bits. The little, is it the stamen? So I've colored half of them in this color, and then I've got the darker shade to do the other half, just so that they look two-toned. I didn't do that. I know I colored over it. That's all right. So I'm just going in and doing all these little bits. And this at the very end. These. You want them to have, it's almost like a velvety look. So, but this just looked so much. Her dress was just so flower. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to do like a lily. Especially when I saw these little things coming out. All right. So, you following so far? Everything good? Nobody got lost on that? Okay, I do see one other one right down here that needs to be done. All right, I'm going to move to those last two colors, the greens. And you can pick any two greens that you want, really. This just happens to be the two that I picked. So I went over most of the greens with my lighter shade that I picked. And now I'm going to go on with a little bit the darker shade that I picked. Now, I want this to look like it's wrapped around her leg. So I'm going to do it darker on the outside edge and then up in here. And it should look a little bit more rounded, like it's actually curving. And I'm going to do this just as a piece kind of hanging down. I'm not sure what that is. And that's a thing, as the colorist, you get to decide. I mean, that might have been another one of these little petals. I don't know. But I wanted it to kind of blend in with her leg or the bottom of this area instead of really sticking out there. Okay, I think I just got that net. Sorry, it was bugging me. I don't know why it decided to follow me in here, but I didn't like it. Okay. So there we go, just leaving that center area. And again, we can come back with that blender and you can just blend. Okay? So again, here is information on that blender. Okay? So, and we'll take a look at their pencils sometime. They told me that right now they just didn't need a promotion on their pencils, so that's why I didn't have those sent to me. But hopefully one day. You know me, I get pencils from someone and I use them till I about used them up. And they do seem like they would be good pencils. I just don't know for sure. They did feel nice and oil-based. And these are an oil-based. These are the polychromos. But we know how expensive these are. So, alrighty. So I'm just coming in here, doing the bottom sections of these leaves. And again, blend where you need to. If you don't need to, don't worry about it. I will be needing to blend some of those. Now, all of these leaves up here in her hair, I think I'm going to go with this green for my light and then pull something else for the dark. See, so it'll be this on the ends, and then I'll grab a darker green for the inside where it's darker. I just decided that I didn't want to use the exact same colors as here. I just wanted that headpiece to be a little bit different. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot different, just a little. But there's like really no flowers in here, or if they are, they're very small. So I would do these ends and then come back in and do the tips or the inside pieces another color. So you get the idea with that. So let's go on over here. Now, we were talking about lost edges a while ago and how sometimes I have to be careful where they overlap, that I don't completely lose where that line is. So, for instance, this right here is underneath, so I've got to make sure that this right here is lighter. Okay? So that's why even though I go to the edge, I keep a very light touch. Okay, and make sure it's just darker over there. Then when I go here, I can do a heavy touch and then get lighter as I come out. That way that's not a lost edge. That's a found edge because we can still see it. There we go. Yeah, our granddaughter next week will be 3.5. It's her half birthday. Oh my goodness, doesn't seem possible, and yet it is. I'm trying to think if I have any new little stories about her this week. And I don't know what all that is, so I'm just engulfing that in the green. It is now part of the leaf. You know, I tell you, as the colorist, that's up to you to decide. Yeah, when Evie was here, it started to storm one afternoon. And she goes, well, Grandma, guess I'm spending the night. And I looked up at her, and she still wears a pull-up overnight because she does have accidents every now and then. And I said, well, Mom didn't send a pull-up, so I guess you're not. And she's like, oh. We just laughed. But been teaching her a little bit of sign language, and she's enjoying that. Trying to think if there's anything else really big deal going on, and there's just not a whole lot. You know, I'm staying busy is the main thing. Today is actually, what is today? Look at my calendar. So otherwise, I don't know. Today is the 24th. So yeah, you're going to be getting this video quite a bit later than that. Let's see, what else do we want to do here? Let's go back and do the rest of this since we have time. Okay? Let's see. Actually, something we could do. I have some pencils over here to the side. Just a few. And I am going to just grab one. Should I just grab one, or should I test it first? I should probably test it, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to see. Ooh, that's a bright green. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I do want to test it just a little. Okay, I have our eraser here. May stain the book, but that's okay. We'll take care of that. So we have the dark green, or of the two greens, and now I'm taking this. Oh, that's a little bit better. See, I'm just putting, it's kind of a fresher green. Fresh meaning it's gonna look different than this, and that's what I wanted. I really wanted this to be a little bit different. Now, what is this color? Got me. This is something that I got free from Temu. So if you need a link for that, I get credit to get something free or towards something free if you'll get the link from me. So if you're looking at doing that, please let me know. Just put in the comments that you need a link, and then I will get you a link on there pretty quick. I just need you to link to it pretty quick too, because some of those things don't last more than just a few hours. Now, like I said, I couldn't really make out if there were any flowers in here or not, so I'm kind of going where the leaves would be. See, now I'm just kind of going at it, and then I'm going to add some darker inside bits so that they do look more like leaves. And now, do you see lost edges? We were just talking about lost and found edges. See how these are just lost? So I'm going to fix that. This is that green I was using, and it is kind of bright, but I'm going to fix lost edges. Let's finish this. And then, yeah, and I'm just happening to kind of fiddle around in here on where I think this darker green should be. Like I said, sometimes you can't tell. Then I want you to go in and just go ahead and play with it. It's okay. Now, do you see how I went into that other leaf over there? That's what I'm going to do. To make this green look more like it belongs, I'm going to sparingly, okay? Sparingly is the operative word. I'm going to sparingly bring it in here. In fact, that's too much pressure, so I'm going back on my pencil. It will keep me from putting so much pressure on it. But do you see how that really looks good with that orange that's down there? And now when I pull this in, I found those edges again. They are no longer lost edges. Just add it in. If you get a color and you're coloring away and all of a sudden you're like, oh, it just made the whole thing look weird, then go back and add it in somewhere else, like what we're doing here, and it will help to pull the whole thing together. And this, part of that's just drawn kind of wonky anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a glitter gel pen, and I'm going to do some of this so it looks a bit more decorative. Okay? But now you can see I just kind of hit it some different places, and now this dark color is in there too. Put that back in there. I am going to do a video pretty soon. Soonish, is that fair to say that? Soonish. Now I've just got the blender, and I'm just going all over, and it's kind of just mixing this to where it's a little more okay. Yeah, I am going to take a basket from the dishwasher, and I'm going to show you how to turn it into a holder for markers, gel pens, whatever you need. I have several that I've fixed, and I think it might be good to show you how I do that. So, yeah, this blender is pretty nice. Okay, so the blender information is going to be down in the description. Okay, I'll put that in when I upload this video. All right, so our time is almost up. I'm just going to come back in and do some more of this. Let me know how your coloring's going. What are some things you'd like to see done? I know all at once I've had a lot of book reviews going on. I have one more to go yet, y'all. Another one by the same person that did this one, Alan. I've got one of theirs that's birds. I don't think I've done that one for y'all yet. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. They have some really nice books, y'all. Really, really encourage you. I'm going to go around all that later. I'm not going to do that right this minute. But I do encourage you to look at the books they have. Some really nice stuff. But again, I am going to just finish this off. I will probably, next video, how about if I go ahead and do a flip through for this book? Because I know some of you are just waiting on that. And I don't want to be the thing that keeps you from going ahead and ordering a new book. And some of these books they're fairly cheap. So go ahead and get them while they are cheap enough. Now see, I'm going to have a lost edge here if I don't come in here with this and get some of this done. There we go. It's going to help keep that from being a lost edge. But yeah, you know, sometimes books will be at an introductory price and then they'll go up. So I want to be sure that you're able to see my reviews before any of these books go up in price. Okay, I'm going to use this blender again. Just the last few minutes here. And let's see. Let me just go at it. How's that? Do you see how that's blending? I mean, I really did not color that as carefully as I usually do. And it is blending. So again, in the comments, the blender, the book, if you need a link to Timu where I can get some points for your joining, I am trying to go ahead and earn some Christmas gifts by playing their games. Still working on that doll for Evie, but I'm determined. I really am. So, yeah, I know I skipped that down there. I'll get to all of it eventually. So, all right. Well, I hope y'all have a good week. And just keep it safe out there. Okay? All right. I'm going to play some more, but I know our time is up. And I will talk to y'all in a few more days. Hopefully I get a thumbs up. And if you're not following, hopefully you will press the follow button. And we'll see what we can do next time. Bye-bye.